We must dispatch the Mark II to the United States.
Primary stage ignition thrusts. I'm on the way to assist.
Hi, this is the Professional Amateur Hour coming to you with another review. This week, Leo sent me Ape X Mecha Ape New World Order. I guess this is the third in Asylum's Ape kind of movie series. And with this one, it's a 2024 release, and it was directed by Mark Gottlieb and stars Ashley Elquist, Sean Young, and Eric Roland, among others, of course. So what is the story of Ape X Mecha Ape? And with this one, like I said, it might have been the third in this kind of movie series. I guess it was like Ape versus Monster and then Ape versus Mecha Ape, and now they're teaming up. And so with this one, there is Ape, and I forget his name. It's like Abraham, I want to say, but I'll just call him Ape. And so with this Ape, he's, on this island alone, and then there turns out to be another monster roving the oceans. And this monster is like a giant Cthulhu monster, and so he is kind of set up to fight this Cthulhu monster, but the Japanese have this Mecha Ape from the last movie, I guess, and they want their Mecha Ape to come to America and, team up with Ape to, fight this Cthulhu monster. What will happen, though? Well, for that, you gotta watch the movie and find out. All right, so let's discuss Ape X Mecha Ape. And this one is brought to us by the Asylum. It's the third in their Ape series, I guess. And with the Asylum, they're a low-budget mockbuster movie-making company. I heard all of their budgets were, less than $1 million. And with this one, I would say it kind of is a standard, Asylum film. Lots of people talking in rooms. But what can we say, that works with this one? Well, certainly with the Cthulhu monster, I actually kind of enjoyed how it kind of all worked out. Because, with Cthulhu monsters, of course, I think it goes without saying there should be a cult, and there might be a cult in this one, and then so kind of discovering that might be interesting. Then with the ape itself, I thought the ape was fun sometimes, certainly. It has not a big presence in the movie, as, the main characters are, the people running around, but the ape starts wearing clothes at one point, and it's just kind of like funny how that, works out. It's just like dried palm trees, I guess, and he's kind of using it as armor, but at the same time it's not very good armor, and so that's fun. And then what else? It's like suggested that he's like addicted to some flower that's on their island, like it's I think they call it passion flower or something like that, and he's addicted to it, so it's kind of a metaphor for drugs. So it certainly has these kind of hints at interesting things, certainly. And so even though I enjoyed certain aspects of it, there are a lot of things that do kind of go into it that makes it for not the particularly best movie. It is an Asylum movie, so they are just talking in rooms most of the time, and then talking on walkie-talkies or a phone call, and so it's flipping back and forth. But I found with this one, there's like too much kind of talking in rooms and people on the phone and all this different type of stuff. And then there's this storyline where the Cthulhu monster destroys this cruise ship right at the beginning. And then it's just a journalist trying to figure out what happened to the cruise ship because her parents were on it. And that just kind of keeps going. And like, we all know what happened to the ship. And so it's not, a surprise for us. But just watching her try to, do journalism and stuff, like that's not what this movie, I think, should have been about. And so they could have, had these kind of side stories and really kind of just streamlined it to be Mecha Ape and Ape teaming up. But no, they have all these different side stories. So I think that also brings it down. So talking in rooms, yeah, with side stories that don't go particularly anywhere, certainly kind of makes it for a duller kind of movie experience. And since I am watching it for the Ape and Mecha Ape, there is actually very little of them, I would say. They're always just kind of around, but you never see them. And then when you do see them, it's just a glimpse of it. It's less than 10 seconds ever of these apes or Mecha Ape or even the Cthulhu monster. And so they really should kind of, extend those scenes, I would say. But it's just like very fleeting. Anytime you see the ape doing something fun or doing something cool, it's gone in a matter of seconds. So yeah, that is, certainly an issue. That's not to say the CGI is bad. In fact, I would say it's pretty good. It's just the amount of it that really kind of, brings down this movie. Other than that, I think with the acting, it's kind of a mixed bag. I would say more kind of just on the mediocre scale of things. So it just doesn't get you invested in these characters. And especially, with the side stories and stuff, it's just like, why would I care about, this journalist or whatever, or even this, general or whatever it might be. And so certainly with the acting, yeah, kind of mediocre. And that does, again, like all of this kind of comes together to make for, an asylum film that is the third in the series. Like, I'm actually kind of surprised that this one has 3 already. Like, I would have stopped at probably Ape versus Mecha Ape. So with this one, it's just one of those ones where it's this kind of content to, put out there. I'm sure it's going on Tubi sometime. So yeah, it's probably out there for you to watch. Might be a good kind of background movie more than anything else. Like, just, put it on and then you can, clean your windows or something, or if you're washing your floor, you're in different rooms, and then you can peek in here or there and just kind of, half listen to it. So yeah, it is certainly a watch if you want to, but I wouldn't necessarily say check this one out. As for a score, well, I'm going to give it the score of 3, and that's the score for meh. And with that being said, I think that's all I wanted to say. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.